Hey, what's up? Today we're taking a look at VTines. VTines by Acoustic Samples. I love this company. I have a whole bunch of their software instruments on my desktop, including the VTines Rhodes, and I use it all the time. It's probably my first choice when I'm picking a Rhodes. And now it's in your phone, so that's pretty sick. All right, let's check this thing out. So the desktop version of this app that runs on your computer probably has quite a bit more features in terms of effects and stuff that you can add, but I'm almost glad that they didn't put that into this app because they managed to make it very CPU efficient, and you can set the buffer size really low on it, which gives you that really low latency. It's super playable, and I'm really picky about latency. I think I've got it at like a 32 sample buffer setting, and it's just so responsive. And it's running through the USB audio through Logic right now, so there's a bit of added latency there. It's really fast. So if you were just running straight off the output of the phone to a speaker, it would be even faster. So good job. I think it's very playable. They really kept it simple. Like, this is what you would have on a real Rhodes. You wouldn't have all these extra effects pedals and ability to change the tines on every single note. You wouldn't be able to do that. The inner knob on the EQ gives us our highs. And the outer knob, you can see I kind of grabbed the outside layer. Now that's turning. Gives us our bass. The Rhodes has a pretty nice left-hand bass kind of sound that you can get out of it. It's pretty deep and rich. So yeah, that's with the bass up. So yeah, if we turn the bass down, it's probably a bit more friendly if you're playing with a bass player. That's the EQ. To the right, we have our vibrato, and same thing, there's an inner knob and an outer knob. The inner knob is changing the speed of the vibrato, and the outer knob changes the depth, so how much of the effect we're hearing. So you can really increase the depth. If you're listening on headphones right now, you'll really hear it. It's pretty much going 100% right to left when it's on full. So a lot of people like to have it at about half. And it just adds a little bit of motion right to the right and the left side. This is a fun way to kind of end a tune if you play a big last chord on a song. So this fourth set of knobs here, the inner knob is a reverb. It's really nice they gave us a reverb. Subtle but effective. If you go all the way up, I'm sure we could get a bit more out of it. Oh yeah. It's really nice. Really nice reverb. Then the outer knob is actually our drive control. So if we were sort of simulating driving into an amp. Nice if you're, trying to play a solo and it's just a right-hand solo and you kind of need it to cut through the mix a bit. Or if you're playing power chords. Just a bit of breakup. And you could fine-tune that to however much distortion you want, but okay, and then on the right we can turn on or off our amp simulator, which basically just makes it sound like the Rhodes is either plug DI straight in, or you've run it through an amp first. So that's off. You can hear it feels way more present, way more upfront. But sometimes you don't want your Rhodes to be really present. Sometimes you want it to be back in the mix. You just want it to be this kind of nice warm pad. So I find leaving the amp on actually does that. It puts it back into like a space, back in the room. So if you're playing live, you might want to leave the amp off, just so you have a really nice direct sound, because if you're playing live, you are running it through an amp. So, you know, that is your amp. It's so nice to have this in your phone. If you needed to just show up somewhere and play a pretty convincing Rhodes sound with just a little MIDI controller in your phone, you could absolutely do it with this. Just plug into a PA system or a monitor or whatever. This thing would seriously sound great. So a lot of gigs I've played, all I have to do is play Rhodes on the whole gig. So if it was a rehearsal or something, I could easily show up with this and play the rehearsal. Looks like there's a preferences tab. Okay, well this is nice. So on the desktop version of this app, they actually really let you fine-tune the control of every single note and the pickup position and all these little things. It's actually probably overkill. You probably don't need that much control. I think where they have it set is really nice on this app. But one of the things you can do on the desktop app is change this bell amount, which is really great. They give it to us here, and it just affects the whole keyboard, which is awesome. So you can really hear that sparkly kind of top end. Almost makes the Rhodes sound like a music box or something. So if we take the bell down, turn it down, we get a much more mellow kind of Rhodes sound. Oh, and you can hear the pedal sound they've got the pedal sound in there, which is nice. And over here, it looks like you can turn it down too. So if that's getting too distracting, you can just turn it down a bit, or turn it off if if you don't want any noise at all. It just sounds really good. It's just a really nice working Rhodes sound in your phone. Nice. All right, let's check out a few of these presets. Do a little playthrough here. So this is default. Yeah, Rhodes right down the middle, no vibrato. Nice. Nice release sounds on it too. Stevie. Now Stevie played a lot of different Rhodes sounds, so let's see which Stevie kind of sound they were going for. Okay, a bit of distortion on there. Butterfly. Yeah, I think we all know what this is. Butterfly. Great tune. There's one here called Spain Dual Chords. Totally. And then there's one here called Spain Dual Solo is what the other one's called. Oh yeah, nice. That drive is great. That actually sounds like the drive that's on the record. Nice. All right, so next up we're going to run this thing in AUM and see how it blends with various kind of common Rhodes effects. So it's a bit different than the reverb that's available in the app. It's a bit longer. Nice. Let's try it with a chorus. Pretty common to put chorus on a Rhodes. All right, let's try it through this app called Delay Modulator, which is free. Let's just go through some of the presets on this effect. That's a really nice phaser kind of sound. What's it called? Faster phaser. Oh, nice. This is, I think, a free effect too. It's called Delay Modulator. It's spelled DLYM in the App Store. And there's a bunch of really nice choruses and flangers and stuff in here. Some extreme stuff. Oh, nice. I always love a nice subtle flanger. Drop the name of this tune if you know it. Whistle rendition. Troy tune. If you know the name, post it below. I really want to find some just like really big delay. So maybe I'll leave this chorus on, and then I want to put like a huge delay on it. So let's see if we can find something like that. I'd be very impressed if somebody knew that tune. Let's try turning the chorus off and just hearing the delay. Yeah, so I think it pretty much sums it up. Yeah, check it out, VTines. I also recommend it, like the full version that runs on in your DAWs as a audio unit or a VST. Just wanted to make a video on it to let everybody know. And if you're making stuff in iOS and sampling off your phone and doing stuff like that, it sounds really good. Highly recommend it. And this is coming from someone that used to haul around the real Rhodes for years. So yeah. Thankfully, we don't have to do that anymore. We just have to bring one of these with us. Isn't that crazy? Wild. Now, to be fair, there's still nothing like the real thing. But if I had to choose between carrying something that heavy around versus bringing a phone for something that sounds pretty good, I think most people would choose the phone. Hope you enjoyed that little sonic exploration, and if you liked the video, you know, do that subscribe thing, like it, do all that stuff. If there's a bell or something, you can do that. I don't know. Go for it. Do the thing. I'd appreciate it a lot. Thank you.